Condry and the boys back at it again. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And as I'm recording this about an hour ago, Michael Condry, he posted in the COD World War II subreddit, and link in the description as always, so you can read along if you want. And he was talking about the double XP weekend, and he hopes that everybody's having fun and whatever. And he talked about the map design and the game modes, and this is at launch. And he's talking about how they put in so much work into these maps, and they're amazing. And I mean, other people have opinions, but yeah, he's talking about the game modes and how more game modes isn't always better, whatever. And he's talking about war and how the most compelling experience using every development day available. But anyway, whatever. After that, there's a game modes post launch, and obviously a lot of people have been asking for ground war, and so he addresses that in this post. And he says, ground war 9v9. Some of you have asked about the outlook for ground war in COD World War II. The reality is that maps built for balance, flow, and good spawns at 6v6 traditionally don't hold up as well when playing 9v9, and it was no different for World War II. We track spawn data for every spawn on every match globally since launch, highly doubt that, and are happy to report that our bad spawns are at franchise historic lows. Really now? All right, fine. We'll let that pass. The same couldn't be said for ground war with 9v9 teams during development, blah blah blah. We considered building unique maps for ground war like we built for our war experiences, but that just wasn't feasible during development given our other game ambitions for multiplayer. I can't say that ground war won't come eventually, but it's nowhere on the horizon given our current roadmap. And then he goes, hope this helps, blah blah blah, whatever. He's really excited about the Resistance event that's coming in a few weeks, and the news will be shared about that shortly. So I mean, this kind of for me, this kind of just like, what would the word be? This kind of validates, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. This kind of validates that they didn't work on this game for 3 years. I mean, this is, it's reality now. And like, obviously this game still needs a lot of work, and clearly he's talking about, oh, ground war wouldn't fit in the game, and the maps are, just at the end of the day, the maps in this game are shit, and it's simple as that. There's no way around it. It's just, I've said this in past videos. You look at other maps in other games, and like you have Terminal, Scrapyard, Bootleg, Hard Hat, like all these other different maps and memorable maps. But then, you look at Sledgehammer games, Advanced Warfare, and then, World War II, and I can't name a map in Advanced Warfare, and it's just like, they just make shit maps. That's it. The maps that they make are shit. Like, I don't understand why these guys, just hire the guys that made the Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 maps. And if you can bring Treyarch, bring David Vonderhaar, bring all these guys and let them make the maps. Sledgehammer could work on the divisions and the game and stuff like that. Just forget Sledgehammer altogether. Go back to Infinity Ward and Treyarch, and that's it. Unless Infinity Ward makes Infinite Warfare 2, but hopefully that doesn't happen. But like, Sledgehammer just, these guys do not, like, the game that they make is shit. Like, this game is shit. And like, I don't understand why he's writing in this subreddit. Like, I mean, let's be real right now. Is Michael Condry the, like, what is David Vonderhaar, like the community manager or whatever you call him? Like what that guy was, Robert Bowling or whatever his name was. Yeah, well, like, is Michael Condry what they do? Like, do they have the same job? Because I don't know, because this guy's here posting in subreddits, and he doesn't say anything on Twitter that I've seen, or he doesn't say anything on, and this guy's here posting in subreddits. Like, like, these guys, they definitely, like, they listen to the pro players and they don't listen to the community. They don't listen to the 90% of people that play the game, the 95% of people that play the game. I've said this multiple times, and I don't understand why. Because the majority of people have been asking for Ground War for how long? Since the game came out, people have been asking for Ground War. People want to play 9v9. Why don't you give the people what they want? And, he's going to try and sit here and make up some bullshit excuse about, the maps wouldn't hold up well, and the maps aren't designed for this, and the maps aren't designed for that. So why don't you just let people play Ground War on the war maps? The war maps are usually bigger, and they have no problem for 6v6, provided it is like Battlefield, when it's like sections of the map. But like, if there's 3 sections of the map, cut off one section, give people 2 sections to play 9v9. It's simple as that. Like, I don't know, Michael Cornbread, like, what's going on? Like, no wonder people call you Michael Cornbread, because you're a fucking airhead. Like, I don't understand what this guy is trying to accomplish or do. I mean, this game has been a disaster, if we're being honest. This game's been a fucking disaster. No, like I've said this before, no COD has had a launch like this game. No COD has had problems like this. But like I said, supply drops are working perfectly. Oh yeah, this pro player wants this nerfed. Yeah, we're gonna do it like that. This pro player wants that nerfed. We're gonna do it like that. And then, what happens to the rest of the people? What happens to the 95% of the people? What happens to the public community? What, they just get fucked over? Because, one guy on Twitter said, Michael Condrey, can you nerf the M1 Garand? And obviously Michael Condrey said, you're a pro player? Yeah, sure, man, whatever you need. Like, this game's bullshit. And, like, I've said, hopefully the DLC saves this game, but with this bullshit ass post that he just posted, like, no, man, get out of here. Like, this shit is retarded. This should not be happening. Like, this just shows that the community is getting fucked over, and it's simple as that. One thing that I wanna, kind of, like, we should start a petition to remove Sledgehammer from the development cycle, because when it was Treyarch and Infinity Ward, when it was COD 4 with Infinity Ward, World at War was Treyarch, Modern Warfare 2 was Infinity Ward, Black Ops 1, it was perfectly fine. The games were good. The games were amazing. You had all your best memories on those. And as soon as Sledgehammer got thrown into the mix in 2014, I think it was, the game went to shit. The whole franchise just went to shit. Because, these guys came with this bullshit ass movement, and then, they introduced supply drops and, all this other bullshit, and clowns jumping around and gingerbread men jumping around and all this bullshit. Fuck Sledgehammer. Activision, if you're fucking watching this, fuck Sledgehammer. They're fucking shit. And, I know none of these other guys are going to say that, but Sledgehammer's fucking shit. Go back to Infinity Ward and Treyarch, and that's it. Like, I really don't know what these guys are trying to accomplish with this. But, that's pretty much it, man. Sorry for the extended rant. That's pretty much it. Link in the description, as always, to, whatever, the article and everything else. Thank you, everybody, for watching. As always, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. And I'll talk to you in the next one.